The rules have changed.
Alright, what's going on, guys? I'm a little sick, so I apologize in advance if you hear any sniffles or any of that stuff. Let's talk about Battle Royale first. Let's get it out of the way. I spoke to Victor. Well, I didn't speak, but I tweeted him. He's the guy that has leaked several other things in the past, but we'll get to his credibility a little bit later. Let's get it out of the way first. Battle Royale is apparently going to be back. He said have BR. Now my question to him was, will there be a Battle Royale? He was talking about ground war in Modern Warfare, and I said, will there be a Battle Royale? And he said, in Chinese, and I should say, I translated it, but Google said that he said have BR. I think that means that we will have a BR for Call of Duty Modern Warfare. I don't know how you feel about all that. Personally, I'm not a big Battle Royale fan anymore. I was at one point, but it got boring. Like, I don't know. It's because I played with a friend, and that friend and me are above average, and together we just kind of stomped on any Battle Royale that we played. And that's not like to brag, this is just me expressing why it got boring really quick, And if you kind of don't know who Victor is, he's leaked things in the past, like for example that the game was not going to be called MW4. He's leaked a blue-green world, which is night vision, and it's not a filter, it's actually a full-fledged world, you know what I mean? So he used definitely the right term when describing night vision. So I don't know. Also things like the health being at 100, like it's not anymore at 150 like in BO4. What else? Oh, he leaked special ops. He leaked 10v10 ground war, right? So he has leaked a couple things before. This is not his first rodeo. So I don't know. That's all I'm saying. It's very credible. If I had to bet, I would absolutely put money on there being a Battle Royale, because Victor said there would be. That's how much I trust what this dude says. But with that, we'll move on to the next topic, which is the minimap. I see a lot of people hating on no minimap already. We haven't even played the game yet, for a couple weeks, couple days, but people are already hating on it. And the reason being is they are not used to it, right? They are core players, and therefore they feel like it's something that they need. But as a person who was a core player in the past, right, that's how we all start, man. Back in MW2, and it's not my first Call of Duty per se, but it is the first one that I actually bought with my own money. Back in MW2, I didn't like hardcore either, man. But now it's pretty much all I play, with the exception of war mode. At least in Call of Duty, with the exception of war mode, that's really the only mode that I play in core. I mean, I'll play domination core here and there, but in reality, I enjoy hardcore way more than I enjoy core. The reason being is that in core, I don't think about what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Like, I just look at the minimap, I see a red dot, I chase the red dot, I kill the red dot, and then I'll see another red dot, I'll chase the red dot, and I kill the red dot. And that's pretty much all I do in Call of Duty. To me, that's boring, you know what I mean? So I started playing hardcore, and I realized that it's more like in tune of Battlefield, right? And you might be thinking, well, if you want to play Battlefield, why don't you play Battlefield? Well, the thing is that Battlefield has large maps, and they do have like a smaller scale TDM mode and all that stuff, but I don't know. I enjoy Battlefield as the 64 player lobbies, right? I enjoy Call of Duty for the 6v6, smaller, compact Twitch shooter that it is, right? Like you run across people left and right all the time. Doesn't matter, right? You get a lot of kills, you get good kill streaks, all that stuff. That's why I like Call of Duty. But when I'm looking at the minimap all the time, it kind of gets very repetitive. Like, there's really no point to it. No matter what gun I'm using, I do good. And this is not like I'm not a great player. I'm just average, right? Or at least I think I'm average. So I can't imagine good players. They must be bored out of their minds. And this is a good change because in Battlefield and in COD with no minimap, for example in hardcore, you do have to think about what you're doing, where you're going, where the team is going to spawn. Are you going to capture this objective? Do you think you can capture it? Will there be a lot of enemies there? All that kind of things. Like, you have to think about those things before you act on them. I play a lot of domination in Call of Duty, so I'm always capturing the objectives. Even when my teammates aren't doing so, I do it because I like winning more than I like getting kills. I like winning. I'm very competitive when it comes to, games and everything else in general. I'm very competitive, so, I enjoy winning a lot. And in Call of Duty, I do win a lot, but at the same time, like, there is no challenge anymore, so I'm trying to compete, not to stomp everybody. Like, that's just not fun to me. In hardcore, that doesn't happen, a lot. Don't get me wrong, I still do positive like every game, but like, it's always a challenge because you don't know whether you're going to have to capture the objective by yourself. If there's a teammate, will he help you? Most of the time he doesn't because he's concentrated on getting kills. But if he does, then you get to win. You know what I mean? Like, I like that. I like winning. I like getting kills, but I like winning as well. If I get 50 kills and I lose, that's not fun to me. If I get 30 kills and I win, that's fun to me. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm kind of saying. Like, without a minimap, like, I don't really care about with a minimap, I don't care about the objective. Like, I see a red dot, I just go kill the red dot. I capture the objective every once in a while, but in reality, most of the time I'm concentrated on getting kills, getting those kill streaks. I don't really care that much about, the match. However, when there's no minimap, I do care about the objective. I'm trying to win. So I think this is a good change for Call of Duty. Now, the main concern I hear a lot, which sounds like bullshit to me, but whatever, is that they don't know where the teammates are at, and they don't know where the teammates are looking at, and they don't know where the spawns are at. But the developers already came out and acknowledged that and said that the actual game has players outlined, that the build that they were playing was a little buggy and they had to remove it, but that the beta will have outlines of the players so you know where your teammates are at all times. So, like, there really isn't no reason to bitch about the minimap, but they're still doing it. They just want it back. I think people need to give it a chance. Now, the difference is that I chose to play hardcore, and these people are being forced to play with no minimap. That's the only difference. And that's the reason why they don't like it, because they're being forced to do so. But I think with a little time, right, with a little adjustment, with a little more map knowledge, I think these players will adapt just fine. I think this is a good thing, and I think people aren't giving it an opportunity because they underperformed, because they're not used to not having a map. You know what I mean? Definitely we need to know the layout of the map first, but I don't think it's really that big of a deal. But what do you think? Do you think it's a big deal? Do you want your minimap back? Have you tried hardcore for more than 10 matches? Like, let me know down in the comments. I'll see y'all next time if you stick around.